Welcome to Go Pro or Go Home, the training series that doesn't sugarcoat, doesn't hype, and doesn't waste your time. What it does is give you the tools, the mindset, and the roadmap to build a real professional network marketing business. Let's get to work. Ask any seasoned network marketing professional what the single most important business asset they have ever built is, and the answer, almost universally, is the same. Not the product they represent, not the compensation plan they operate under, not even the team they have built. The list. The prospect list is the lifeblood of this business. It is the starting point of every conversation, every invitation, every enrollment, and every team duplication that has ever happened in this industry. And yet, it is the asset that most people build carelessly, incompletely, and once. Professionals build it intentionally, continuously, and forever.
Here is where most people begin. They sit down to write their list. They think of their closest friends, their immediate family, maybe a few colleagues. They get to 20, perhaps 30 names, and they stop. Because they genuinely believe that is the size of their network. And this belief, this quiet, unexamined assumption, is one of the most expensive mistakes a new network marketer makes. Because the truth is, the average person knows between 200 and 250 people well enough to have a real conversation with. Not strangers, not cold contacts, people they actually know. The list is not small, awareness of the list is low, and that is a completely solvable problem.
So how does a person move from a list of 20 names to a list of 200? Through a process called the memory jogger, a structured method of walking through every area of life to surface the contacts that exist but have simply not been recalled. Family, immediate and extended, friends from every stage of schooling, current colleagues and everyone from previous jobs, neighbors from every place ever lived, community connections, faith groups, clubs, associations, lifestyle contacts, the people from the gym, the sports team, the hobby group, social media connections, people followed, people who follow back, service providers, the dentist, the hairdresser, the mechanic who is always friendly, business contacts, parents met through children's activities. Every single category adds names, and every single name on that list represents a real human being with a real network of their own.
Before a single name is contacted, there is one rule that every professional must internalize completely. Never prejudge a prospect. Never decide before the conversation happens that someone is too busy, or not interested, or too successful, or not successful enough, or too old, or too young, or too skeptical. That decision is not the networker's to make. It belongs entirely to the prospect. The moment prejudging begins, names start disappearing from the list before they ever had a chance to be contacted. And those invisible eliminations represent some of the most significant missed opportunities in the entire business. The professional writes the name down, every name, and lets the conversation, not the assumption, determine the outcome.
There are two versions of the prospect list in network marketing. The first is what most people have. It is written in a moment of initial excitement. It is never revisited. No new names are added after the first week. Rejections shrink it rather than redirect it. It lives in a notebook that gradually stops being opened. It is, for all practical purposes, dead. The second version is what professionals operate from. It is reviewed daily. New names are added continuously because every new interaction, every new connection, every new relationship is a potential entry. Notes are kept on every contact, what was said, how they responded, when to follow up. It is a living system, and because it is treated as a living system, it behaves like one. It grows, it compounds, it becomes one of the most valuable business assets its owner possesses.
Here is the practical discipline that separates the professional's list from everyone else's. Every single day, not every week, not when there is time, every day, 2 new names are added.
5 minutes of follow-up notes are reviewed, 5 minutes of outcome updates from the previous day are recorded. That is 15 minutes. 15 minutes is not a large ask from a business that has the potential to change the trajectory of an entire life. The professional does not build the list in one dramatic session and call it done. The professional builds it the way compound interest builds wealth. Slowly, consistently, invisibly, until one day the size of it becomes undeniable.
For decades, the warm market in network marketing was defined by geography. The people reachable were the people nearby. That constraint no longer exists. Social media has expanded the warm market to a global scale, and for professionals in regions like Southeast Asia, where social platform adoption is among the highest in the world, this represents an extraordinary advantage. A person active and genuine on social media, sharing real life, real opinions, real value, is building a warm market that extends across cities, countries, and cultures. The professional does not treat social media as a broadcasting channel. They treat it as a relationship-building platform, because that is exactly what it is. Expanding the prospect list into the digital space comes with a set of professional standards that cannot be ignored. The relationship must be built before the pitch arrives, without exception. Engagement must be genuine. Real comments, real responses, real interest in what the other person is sharing. The content on a professional's profile must reflect real life and real value, not just an endless stream of business posts that signal nothing but agenda. The first direct message is never a pitch, ever. Trust is built through consistency over time, showing up, adding value, being present before any business conversation begins. And the profile itself, the first digital impression, must look and feel like it belongs to someone worth knowing. These are not optional courtesies. These are the rules of professional digital prospecting. Not every platform serves every market equally, and the professional does not spread thin across all of them simultaneously. The strategic question is simple. Where do the people most likely to be interested in what is being offered actually spend their time? In most Southeast Asian markets, Facebook remains the dominant relationship platform. Communities, groups, and longer conversations thrive there. Instagram rewards lifestyle authenticity, real moments, real stories, real personality. TikTok has become the single highest reach organic platform available, particularly for discovery among younger demographics. LinkedIn is the professional's platform of choice when the target market includes corporate employees, business owners, and decision makers. Choose one or two platforms, master them, then expand. A list of 200 names without a system to manage it is not a business asset. It is a source of stress. The professional manages their prospect list the way any serious business person manages their client pipeline. And the good news is that the tools available today range from completely free to modestly priced, and all of them work. For those starting out, a simple spreadsheet is entirely adequate. Name, contact method, date of last conversation, what was discussed, and what the next step is. 5 columns. That is all that is needed to run a professional pipeline. For those prefer a more visual system, tools like Notion or Trello allow a pipeline to be managed on mobile with reminders, notes, and stage tracking. And for those ready for full automation, free CRM platforms like HubSpot or Zoho bring the kind of follow-up and tracking systems that were once only available to large sales organizations. The tool does not matter as much as the discipline of using one. Pick one. Start today. There is a shift that happens in a network marketing professional's life that is difficult to explain to someone who has not experienced it. The world stops feeling like a series of transactions and starts feeling like a series of potential relationships, not in a predatory way, quite the opposite, in a genuinely curious way. The person sitting nearby on a long flight, the vendor at a market who is clearly entrepreneurial, the parent at a school event who mentions they are looking for additional income.
Every new person encountered is a potential addition to the list, not because there is desperation driving the search, but because there is genuine belief in the value being offered. Professionals do not stop building the list when it feels big enough. They build it continuously because they understand that the size of the network is quite literally the size of the opportunity.
Here is what today built. The prospect list is not a task to complete. It is an asset to maintain. The network already exists. The job is to become aware of it, to write it down, and to treat every name on it with the respect it deserves. The memory jogger unlocks what geography and habit have hidden. Prejudging ends today. Every contact is a candidate until they personally decide otherwise. The active list is a daily discipline, not a one-time event. The digital warm market is real, global, and available, but only to those willing to engage with professional standards. And a simple tracking system used consistently is worth more than any sophisticated tool that sits unused. Now, the list exists. In the next video, we learn how to use it. If today's video gave something of value, subscribe to this channel. Every single episode in this series builds on the one before it. These are not standalone tips. This is a complete system, from mindset to skills to leadership to the long game. Subscribe, watch the next video, and start building the professional that is already inside you. In the next video, the skill that most network marketers fear more than any other, the invitation. How to ask someone to take a look at what is being offered without pressure, without awkwardness, and without ever sounding like a salesperson. See you there.